In our last conversation, we talked about success, about growth, about building a meaningful life. We talked about discipline, direction, becoming someone better over time. But there is another problem, a quieter one, a problem that destroys people long before career failure or money problems ever appear. Most people never talk about it. Most people don't even notice it, because it doesn't look dangerous. It feels normal. It feels social. It feels like life. And that problem is fake friends. Not enemies, not obvious betrayal, not people who openly hurt you, but relationships that slowly drain you while pretending to support you. At some point in life, something strange starts happening. You are surrounded by people, yet you feel deeply alone. You don't understand why. Your phone is full of contacts. Your social media is active. You have plans. You have conversations, jokes, and laughter. From the outside, everything looks fine. People might even say, "You're lucky, you have so many friends," but inside, something feels empty. When the noise stops, when the day ends, when you are alone with your thoughts, there is nothing solid underneath. No feeling of being understood, no feeling of being supported, just silence. That confusion is not accidental. It comes from a world that taught us to collect people instead of connecting with them. We are taught numbers matter, followers matter, contacts matter, but depth doesn't. Fake friends do not come with warning signs. They don't announce themselves. They don't look toxic. They don't look bad. They look exactly like real ones. They laugh with you. They sit with you. They eat with you. They create memories with you. Everything looks real. But the relationship never goes deep. It stays on the surface. The true test of friendship is not how many good times you share. It is what happens when the good times end. A fake friend is comfortable with your presence, but uncomfortable with your truth. They like you when you are easy, when you are fun, when you are useful. They like the version of you that doesn't complain, doesn't struggle, doesn't slow down. The moment you struggle, the moment you feel low, the moment you stop providing value, something changes. Replies get shorter. Invites stop coming. Energy disappears, not because they hate you, but because the relationship was never about you. It was about what you offered. Attention, entertainment, convenience, status. Remove the benefit, and the connection collapses. This is why fake friendships are so exhausting. You are always performing, laughing when you don't feel like it, agreeing when you don't believe it, showing up when you are already tired. You feel like you have to be on all the time. You censor yourself. You adjust your personality. You hide your real thoughts. And slowly, a quiet question appears in your mind. Why do I feel worse after being with people? That feeling is not weakness. It's not social anxiety. It's emotional misalignment. Your inner self knows something is wrong. Psychologists say belonging is a basic human need, not being popular, not being admired, but being known. Fake friends know facts about you, your job, your routine, your achievements. Real friends know your inner world. They know when you're quiet for a reason. They know when your smile is fake. They notice your silence. Fake friends ask, "How are you?" as a habit. Real friends ask, and wait for the real answer. Fake friends show up when it's easy. Real friends show up when it costs them time, energy, or comfort. And here comes the uncomfortable truth. At some point, you may realize you have been a fake friend too. Not because you're bad, but because you were afraid. Afraid of rejection. Afraid of being alone. Afraid of losing people. So you hid parts of yourself. You stayed agreeable. You avoided deep conversations. You didn't speak your truth. You traded honesty for acceptance. And slowly, every relationship became a deal. You give something, they give something, but nobody is fully known. This is why being alone sometimes feels better than being surrounded. At least when you are alone, you don't have to pretend. Fake friendships feel safe because they are easy. No vulnerability, no emotional risk, no exposure. Real friendship demands more. It demands honesty. It demands discomfort. It demands showing up unfinished. And that scares people. So most people choose the illusion of connection instead of the reality of intimacy. But illusions don't last. They collapse, usually quietly, usually when life gets hard. That's when you discover who is real. Not during parties, not during success, not during good days, but during silence. Who checks on you without being asked. Who stays when you have nothing to offer. Who listens without trying to fix you. That number is small, very small. And yes, it hurts. But that small number is enough. You don't need many friends, you need real ones. And finding them requires a decision. A hard one. To stop performing. To stop chasing approval. To stop holding on to relationships that drain you. It requires the courage to be honest, even if honesty makes people uncomfortable. When you do this, something will happen. Many people will disappear. Conversations will fade. Invites will stop. Distance will grow. And that can feel painful. But that is not loss. That is clarity. What remains are relationships built on truth, and those are the only ones that last. Fake friends give you company. Real friends give you grounding. Fake friends fill your time. Real friends fill your life. And if your circle becomes smaller. When you choose authenticity, that is not failure. That is growth. That is maturity. That is self-respect. If this made you think about someone, if it made you uncomfortable in a quiet way, don't ignore that feeling. Don't distract yourself. Don't explain it away. Sit with it. Pay attention to who stays. Pay attention to who listens. Pay attention to who shows up when there is nothing to gain. And choose accordingly. Because peace is better than popularity. Depth is better than numbers. And one real friend is worth more than 100 fake ones. If this resonated with you, hit subscribe, join us, and keep building a life that actually feels yours.